So now, I'm sorry, we are going to learn about security modules. So last week, I mean, previous day, we have discussed about what is security modules. I mean, why do we need security and which kind of security we'll be having. And we discussed in case if third person he'll be in out of station, he's unable to log in, what we have to do, etc., etc. Right? So now we can
Yes,
discuss few more things in our scenarios. So we have discussed network access to give IP addresses, etc., etc. So let me show it to you once again to have a small recap. So whenever you are getting new credentials from your organization or any new laptop, I'm sure you'll be having some network access from your local IT team or your Salesforce team. So to get that one, to know that one, you can go like this. Just type it network access in quick find bar. So now we can see once again. Just click on setup and here just give network access. Then we'll be getting this page. So here they may give IP addresses from this IP address to this IP address only. We'll be having access to login in Salesforce. So a day for yesterday we have discussed. Just assume that one of your client is in out of station and he is traveling somewhere. Now he is in airport and his mobile doesn't have charge and it's going to be switch off and he is unable to log in. So that time, what we can do, I asked. So now, did you get any idea?
we can change his IP address.
Okay. If we change IP address, what we can do? How we can help him to log in Salesforce?
Right, but his mobile is not working, so how are you gonna do
Yes.
that? No
Okay.
idea.
So if we reset the password,
Hmm.
while he is going to log in Salesforce, he'll be having verification code through his mail ID or mobile.
No. Right,
Right? So if
right.
you do the password reset, then though he is not able to making call to you through mobile, he can check his mail, right? Once he check mail,
Right.
in that mail, he'll be having one link called as to reset the password. So once he reset the
Mm-hmm.
password, he can able log in. So now we can see
Okay.
how it will be happen.
Mm-hmm.
See, now advancedly I'm saying this concept called as user management. See, just click on setup and here if you click on user, you can see how many users are there in your organization.
Right.
Okay, so now you can just click on that particular user and see
Mm-hmm.
there is a reset password. If you reset
Right.
the password, to which mail he'll be getting the password? Here it is.
The mail
Yes,
which,
here it
yeah.
is. So in this way, we
Yeah.
can solve the issue. It'll be a real-time
Okay.
scenario. Priyanshi, sorry, Pranjali, right? You asked, right? You are
Yeah.
going for interviews. So this kind of real-time scenarios
Right.
they may ask you. Okay,
Okay.
just think once and give the solution. Okay, just give me a minute. Just give me a
But
minute.
yeah.
Yeah, really sorry. Somebody came, so the reason I was in mute. Yeah. So now you got
No
it
problem.
right. So this kind of real-time scenarios they may ask. So coming to the reset password, we'll be having different kind of issues to reset the password. So before that, we'll have a small introduction of internal algorithm of Salesforce. For example, so here we have MS Excel, okay, and we can type any kind of data here, and we can make it tables, and we can create reports, etc., etc. in Excel, right? Okay.
Right.
So how can we do that? That means MS Office, I mean Microsoft created few kinds of algorithms and few kind of functions, few kind of formulas, etc., etc. Right? So that's the reason we can able
Yeah.
to make it all these things in Excel sheet. Same way, internally, Salesforce will be having some algorithms. Now we can see how it will works. So those algorithms just now we have discussed. Verification code is a mechanism of Salesforce to handle not only above situation but also to handle below situations. Just now we have discussed, right? So through verification code they can log in, through password they can log in. Sometimes when you are unable to log in, you may get password through your mobile as well. So if you enter that verification code, it will be logged. So we can discuss those kind of situations now. Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes Salesforce will feel you are not the right person who owns that ID and password. And in those cases, Salesforce will send you verification code as well. That means in your organization, somebody has logged in your IP, somebody has logged in your laptop or PC, and Salesforce might get some doubt on that particular person. Why? Because just now, as we discussed, we gave already through IP address, we gave IP addresses to particular persons, right? So
Hmm.
we'll take in some other example. So we three are working in same organization, same project, and we have our three laptops, which is having separate IP addresses. So though I am working in same organization, my laptop doesn't have charge, and I just want to log in with my credentials in your laptop. Got it? What I'm saying? So
No, sir.
1 minute. Let me explain once again. See here, we three are in same organization. Okay, person one, person two, person three. Okay, take it Ram. Okay, so for these three people, we have some IP addresses. Okay, just for example, I'm giving these numbers. Okay,
Hmm.
and now my laptop is going to be switched off. I mean, it doesn't have charging, and I just want to do one small task. Okay, so that
Mm-hmm.
time, can I use a Sham laptop?
But you have to log in through your ID
Yes,
password.
same. My ID password will be different.
Right.
Okay, my ID password will be different. So that time, I should not log in with Sham ID and password. I want to log in with my
No.
ID and password. Okay,
Right.
so here, whatever it is, Chrome or some other search engine, some other network, it will be habituated to log in with same user ID and password for Salesforce. So that time,
Right.
when you logged in with your user ID and password in some other system, it'll ask you to give verification code. It'll get doubt either same person is going to log in or some other person is going to log in. Salesforce doesn't know, right? Either Sham is going to log in with Ram ID and password.
Right.
So
The same thing this happen whenever we try to open our Google
yes,
account or
exactly,
Gmail account.
exactly. So same thing it will be
Yeah.
happen here. So if you log in
Mm-hmm.
some other system with your credentials, then it'll
Mm-hmm.
ask you to send verification code. It'll goes to your mail id and your mobile as well. Either so
Yeah.
if you enter your verification code, then it allows you to log in. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So another scenario. These scenarios people mostly don't understand or they overlook, especially while working on projects. Client will complain about this. So this will be useful for real-time scenarios. Okay.
Okay.
So you can consider these all these informations. So below are some
Mm-hmm.
important considerations which help you. As soon as we change browser, system, location, etc., if something new is found by Salesforce, if it may ask you to double verification code.
The-
Double verification code in the sense how it will be
Through your mail and through your
is through
mobile.
mail and through mobile.
Yeah.
Uh, just give me a minute, Priyanshi. 1 minute. Yeah. And second
Mm.
one, if we are using the incognito mode, hope you know how to use incognito mode. To hide the
Yes.
history in browser, then Salesforce will ask verification code. See, incognito mode will be like this. Like this, we'll be getting it.
Yeah.
Hope you know this. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
And those kind of situations also, you may get verification code. And another one, sometimes Salesforce won't ask anything even though you removed IP address of your system. Of your system, it is not faint, it's a range. Sometimes Salesforce won't ask anything even though you removed IP address of your system from that range, because in past your system became familiar to Salesforce, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why next time it won't ask you for verification code as well. That means in case if you removed your IP address in this, if you
Mm.
remove IP address also, it won't ask you. As per network issues, within this IP address only it has to be login, right? If you are
Right.
working more than 3 times or sorry, no, not 3 times, more than 3 months or more than 1 month, if you are working in same laptop in same browser, then it won't ask you anything even if you are remove IP address also.
Great.
Okay,
Yeah.
so these all are small things only, but it will make a big impact on real-time projects if you are not aware of
Yeah.
this.
Got
Okay,
it.
and this is the small information for you people. Once your system made entry into Salesforce in past by single verification or double verification way, then your system IP, browser, Mac info, device details, by using anything, like this, Salesforce will next time it will be identify you and allows you even your IP address in not in that list.
Not in that
Okay,
list. Got
just
it.
remember this. Okay,
Hmm.
so these are our small security levels. As of now, any doubts?
No.
Okay, so just do this once we have completed the class. It's not mandatory. It
Okay.
is for your information, and observe
Okay.
just what is happening. So check your system IP address. Yesterday we have done it, right? How to check the system
Right.
IP, and check your friend's system IP address once again, and then we can do all these things. Just log in with your laptop, with your network and your Salesforce credentials, and just see what will be happen. Okay,
Got it.
and
Mm-hmm.
next take your friend's laptop with your network and with your credentials. Got it? And
Mm-hmm.
same way you can do it your friend's laptop with your friend's network and your credentials. Okay, and check activations
Okay.
and see if your friend's IP name in list or not. Okay,
Hmm.
and next enter your friend's IP in network access and try to log in again and see what happens. That means here when you log in with your friend's laptop, I think it won't allows you. If it is not allows you, if it is not allows you with your ID in your friend's laptop, we can just log in network access and update your friend's laptop, oh sorry, friend's IP address, and check how it is working. And same thing, use incognito mode or new browser and in your regular laptop and log in and see what will be happen. Though you are using your laptop and your credentials, if you open new browser, then again it will ask you to check verification. First time I'm saying. Okay. And finally,
Okay.
if your friend is able to log into Salesforce, then don't enter his IP address in network access. Remove his IP address from activations and just see either it is going to be login or not. Because it will be habituated, right, in your friend's laptop with your friend's IP address. So just observe what will be happen. Okay. To understand how Salesforce responds when you do about this task, and if it is identifies you, then you can log in. If it is does not identify you, you will not be able to allow accept verification code. Got it? These all are small theory part, and you can. Do the mail. I'll do the mail. Enter this content. Just do it once again after completion of the class. Okay. And now
Yes.
we are entering into secondary module. Just now we had one scenario. So in that scenario, by giving password reset, we gave the solution, right? Now we can see
Yeah.
how many ways we can change the password. Okay, generally, in which kind of scenarios we can change the passwords? In general scenarios, I'm saying.
If we forget the
Okay.
password, and then if we want to update, like as per we have to change every 30 days or 90 days our password, something like
Yes.
that. Yeah.
Okay. And coming to scenarios, this is manual way to reset the password of all users in company. Okay. So just imagine we have here 1 minute. Here we have users. Okay, as we are doing practice in this arc, we have only less users. And in case in real-time scenarios, if we have thousands of users, and if one particular user having any issues, we can reset the password, right? Got it? What I'm saying? Okay, if
Yes.
you want to change any password for particular user, you can just click on it and you can reset the password. Okay, and in case if you want to reset for all the people, you can just click on reset password.
Reset
Okay,
passwords.
and here my doubt is, can you give me one scenario where we need to do the reset password for all the users in the organization? Just imagine we have
S-
5,000 of people in our organization, and we are not asking which project they are working, but we are just giving credentials and etc etc. And there is a impact on production. So we have something we have done. For that, now every person has to relog in again with their new password. So just imagine all people will not working in same schedule. I mean same time zone. Okay. So that
right.
time, what we can do, we'll give reset password for all the users. Then they may get one notification through message or through mail to reset their password. So once they have logged
Okay.
in, they won't be getting any issues. In case if they are not seeing that message, they won't be logging with their IDs. That time again, as usual, they'll reset the password and they log in. Okay, so if you want to click on if you want to reset for all the users, you can go with reset password here. And if you want to change the password with a single user, you can click on that particular user. Okay,
Okay.
so this is to be used for some urgent cases. This can be done in automated way using profile setting. So profile setting, that is our future topic. So after completion of our security modules, then we'll go with the profile
O-
settings. See here, in security modules only
Okay.
we'll be having profile settings as well. Okay,
Okay.
but this topic is related to manual way. One more scope is this manual way used when we feel the company security is not up to the mark, people know each other password, etc. For that we can go with useful urgent cases. And just now, as I said, your manager knows that we have five people, and all people, they knows their password, each and everyone. So that time they may go with reset password for all the users. So in urgent cases, what they'll do is they'll click on expired password for all the people. Got it? What I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes.
here, if they go with expire all password, then they'll be getting same way. They'll be getting notification.
New
Then
user.
they'll reset the password. Now we can see where we need to go. See here, in a quick find bar, you'll be getting expired all password. If you click on it, just click on this option and just save. That's it. People who are having user IDs and password, everyone will be getting mail or notification to reset their password.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yes.
Okay. And next one. This feature is company level. Just now, whatever we discussed, this is company level. If you want to reset
Mhm.
password for all the people, we can consider this as company level. But we can also do this at department level by profile. While we are creating while we are creating objects itself, we have discussed profile means nothing but department. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
just imagine we have different types of departments in our organization, like operations team, HR team, security team, and sales team, marketing team, finance team, etc., etc. So in that, for
Hmm.
one particular team we want to change the password, that time we'll go with profile.
Okay.
If we just give the password reset for only for profile level, that particular team people only need to reset the password. That we can see in future topic. And also we can
Mm-hmm.
do this at user level. User level, just now I have shown you how to we can do it, right?
Yeah.
So here, user level, single user. Okay,
Hmm.
and another one, audit drive. This one is important and not that much of serious. Okay, so audit trail, generally what is meant by audit trail? So
It's audited.
you may have heard this word, like whenever our higher officials come to the organization, they'll check everything, they'll do auditing, etc., etc. What are the things going on, and what are the things yet to be happen, what are the things will be in pending, etc., etc., right? So
Yes.
in this case, but coming to Salesforce, audit trail, in the sense we can by using audit trails, we can understand what are the things happening in the organization, what are things will be happening in this project. So it will be capture all technical changes in Salesforce. So now we can see how it will work. So as usual, just click on new, sorry, setup, and here if you type it audit trail, yes, this many audit trails we have done. So by using audit trails, what will be happen? It will capture every single user information in audit trail. By default, you cannot remove from the file. So
Mm-hmm.
whichever it is happening here, I'm sorry, whichever it is happening here, we can't do any changes here. So once, if in case if you want to know what is happening exactly in last 1 week, see here, there is a file download setup audit trail for last 6 months. We can able to download the
Mm.
information which is happening only for last 6 months only. So just click on it.
Okay.
Here it is getting download, and just open it. Date and time, username, action, selection, delegate user. So here we can understand within this arc user also any which way, this arc I'm only using it, so you can find only my id here. And see in actions, you can see maximum number of streaming topics, and created custom object called as employee, and created custom object student one, logged in using login as access as another person I have logged in, changed profile finance team, I have changed the profile for finance team. See, you can see the date also here, changed custom field
Yeah.
HR contact number. So everything we can get it by using audit trials. So in case if you join as a new employee in your organization, if you want to know what happened, what is happening exactly to know in your organization, you can go with audit trails and you can understand which are the objects going to be created on which have created on which date, etc., etc. You can understand. That means by seeing this one, being as a new employee, you can understand who will be having more responsibilities in this organization. I mean, in this particular project. So if you go with here, if you click on this, then you can find out different mail IDs. So there, if you click on this particular ID, how many times they have logged in? 42 times they have logged in. But this ID, this user logged in 567 times. And another mail ID only twice. So in this way, you can understand which user having good knowledge on this project. Got it? So any
Yes.
doubts as of now? Okay. So assume
No.
that today is 2010, and I hired you in 2022. Okay. I'm asking you what activity happened on 10th Jan 2015, or 18th Jan March 2017, and 26th June 2018. So can you do that? We can't do it. So you can, straight away you can tell.
No, because audit trail was 6 months
Yes, you
only.
can
Yeah.
tell to your manager, I can able to give the
Yeah.
data of last 6 months only, because in this
Right.
period you are not there in the organization. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So coming to another one, what is internal security? Just say this. What is internal security?
It
It's
is.
a everyday requirement giving access of company data only to suitable department or person. Okay.
Right.
So we
Mm-hmm.
have discussed on first day itself internal security and external security. So maximum being as an admin or a developer, you are not responsible for external security. That will be taken care of by your local IT team person.
IT people,
Okay.
yes.
So you'll be focusing on only internal security. Why we are focusing internal security in the sense giving access of company data only to suitable department person. For example, And just assume that we all are working in one particular team, or that is operations team, and people who are applying the leaves, that for the those leaves has to be approved by only by manager. Okay, that means that will be regular activity, right? He has to check the mails and which kind of mails they have to get it, everything. We need to give the access. For example, here, being as a CEO, he has to check what are things happening under his team. And being as a senior manager, he has to check what is happening in his marketing team. Got it? So everything it will be
Yes.
access has to be given to that particular team. That will be comes under internal security. And your responsibility for internal security or external security. External security will be rarely, and internal security will be regularly. External security rarely in the sense, just now we had one discussion before starting the class. There is a client, he's unable to log in airport, etc., etc. So in case if he's not within the organization, they'll log in with separate VPN, which is providing by IT team. So VPN means, any idea? We can call VPN
Yeah.
virtual private network.
Yes.
Okay, so by whenever client is required VPN, that time only we can work on external security. Okay,
Yeah.
and maximum we won't work on external security. And coming to external security, not so impacting internal business users. Surely going to impact internal business users while we are coming to internal security. Why? Coming to external security, yes, in the sense external security. Coming to external security, we will not be impacting on our internal business. Why? Can you give me an example? Okay, so just now we had a scenario, right? Our client is sitting in somewhere in airport. So if he is not going to log in, will be getting any impact on our business? Nothing will be impact.
Yeah, of course.
So only
Yes.
that particular person is going to be getting impact. But coming to internal security, in case if we had any issues, all users will be getting impact. People who are working in the organization, right?
Yeah.
Okay. External security, few concepts you need to know for internal your interview questionnaire. That's what just now we had a discussion. So that is for only for internal questionnaire. Sorry, interview questionnaire. And coming to internal security, we need to know many concepts, contains so many topics important for certification questions and interview questions. So here generally I use IQ, CQ, JQ and all. IQ in the sense interview question, and JQ in the sense job knowledge, and CQ in the sense certification questionnaire.
Motivation.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So with while we are discussing something, that time I'll send few questionnaire here. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
and another one, user management. So just now we have seen how to reset the password for one single user, right? So here it is. We have seen here, right? So now we can see how to create new user. Okay. Just have a small recap. Generally, in first interaction itself, we have learned how to use Salesforce application. I mean, we need to buy the license from Salesforce side. So then they'll give a username and password. So they'll be providing only one username and password. Okay. So once we'll be getting the username and password, then we'll have to create username and password for our own people. For example, so here, just see here. Once I paid the money to Salesforce to use the application, they'll provide username and password to only CEO, not for all the people. And they'll give
Mm-hmm.
access to CEO to create all the things. I mean, to create application, to create objects, to create fields, to make a developer console, to do any development activity, etc., etc. Here, CEO can be decide to whom he has to give which kind of access. Okay, and
Okay.
he'll be having access to create few more users as well. So
Mm-hmm.
once he'll be getting username and password from Salesforce, he can create user IDs for senior managers, and he'll give access to these people also to create username and password for those for their employees. So like that, they'll create username and password. And coming to real-time projects, maximum administrator will create username and passwords. Okay. So now we can
Mm-hmm.
see how it works. Just imagine our client is IBM. IBM made payment to Salesforce, and they made some amount for 1 year. And then, even though organization is property of IBM for 1 year, IBM employees cannot use Salesforce. Okay, if they don't have user record created by us in Salesforce, hence we need to learn how to create new users in Salesforce. So after payment, we got only main user created in Salesforce. That's what I said. Only CEO will get username and password. And then one by one, we need to create other users. So other employees also can log in to Salesforce. Now we can see how to log in Salesforce. Sorry, how to create username in Salesforce. So just click on new user here. So before that, just go to setup and just go to quick find bar and click on user. And once you click on user, here we'll be getting this page. So click on new user and we can give first name and last name. 1 minute. Okay, I can give. Okay, and alias automatically will take it. Email ID will have to give. Once you give email, then username and nickname automatically will take it. Got it? So
Yes.
coming to here, I'm sorry. While you are creating user, you can find role, user license, and profile. So here, just go to this page. In security models, we can see roles and profiles, right? Same thing you can see here, roles and profiles. Okay. So
That means first we have to create role and profile, then only we can give the access to the user, right?
can you please repeat once again?
So we need to create role and profile first, right?
Okay, so there you are. Uh, to create the username, to create the user IDs, we need not to have role. Role is not mandatory. Profile is mandatory. Got it? So
Okay.
here, role I'm not giving anything. Though we have a CEO, assistant CEO, CFO, all these roles, I'm not giving anything. Okay, I'm making it as
Okay.
none. Coming to user licenses. User licenses in the sense, in starting of the class itself, I said there are developer editions. Only two limitations will be having. Only two user licenses will be getting Salesforce licenses. So coming to licenses, we'll be having different licenses. Charter external, force.com, identity, partner.com, partner app, etc. etc. So coming to licenses, what are the most widely used user licenses? Only these two, Salesforce and Salesforce platform. Okay,
Mhm.
maximum these two profiles only we can take it. Okay. So Salesforce platform already We are using it 1 minute. See here, profile one. See, admin system administrator, and we can get it. Okay, edit Salesforce license. Got it. We have one user with Salesforce named as Vijaya, and another user is Ram. I'm also having Salesforce license. But coming to real-time scenarios, we can be having limitations on our paid services. I mean, on our editions. Depends on our editions, we'll be having licenses. But coming to developer edition, we'll be having two Salesforce licenses and three Salesforce license platform. Salesforce platform. Got it?
Okay.
So here I'm going to use Salesforce platform license and profile for this user license automatically it is coming standard platform user. Okay, and I'm making it as active, and I'm not touching anything as of now, and mailing address also I'm not giving anything. Single sign-on ID I'm not giving anything. See here, locale setting, this also not doing anything, I'm giving as this. And approver settings, we have seen this already, where we have seen. Yes,
Hierarchy.
exactly. While we are creating hierarchy, we have seen here, if you click on any manager use any user here, so that will be manager of this user. Got it?
Yeah.
So currently I
Yeah.
am not touching anything because in future we have lot of topics. That time we can use these scenarios. Okay, and I'm just clicking on save. Done. So now we have created one user. So entered these things we can we haven't created, but going forward we need to use all these topics as well, all these modules as well. Okay,
Okay.
so this is how we can log in. We can create user, and now if you create any if you are logging in your laptop, so your arc, who will be the administrator for your arc?
I'll be the
Okay,
administrator.
so you'll be the administrator, right? So if you are the
Right.
administrator, if you are the administrator, you will be able to log in as another user as well, right?
I won't because the password will be different, right?
Yes, exactly. So administrator in the sense you'll be having all the access when you are able to create the user, though they'll be having another password, you can be having access to login as some other user. Got it? So for
Okay.
example, so coming to real-time scenarios, I'm working in one organization, and to mark my
Mm-hmm.
attendance, to see my to download my pay slips, to see my attendance, etc., 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 I'll be having my username and password in my company portal, right? So if I'm checking my pay slip and I observed something is wrong, so I gave complaint to my HR. Will HR able to download my payslip or not without using my username and password?
Yes, because they will be having
Why?
access.
Because as you said, they don't be having access to login as some other user and password, right?
No, but they don't need their ID password. Like they are an administrator, so they can see
Yes, exactly.
their
So
profile.
same way,
Yeah.
being as administrator, will be having access to login as some other user. So now,
Mm-hmm.
this will be your homework. Just check either you'll be able to log in with some other user or not. See now,
Okay. So I have to create first user
yes.
and
See
then I have to
now,
see.
users. Now I'm the administrator. See here, see my name, and here my profile is system administrator. and now
Mm-hmm.
I'll be able to log in as Vijaya. So I'm just clicking on login. See here,
Okay. Okay. You have access
because
for Vijay.
I don't know the password of this particular user. They may give some other password, but thing is,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
You
the administrator of
you are
this.
administrator.
I'm the administrator of this project, so I'll be having access. So now, if you
Got it.
have username and password, you'll be the administrator for your project, right? So now we
Mm-hmm.
just create few more users, and then let me know tomorrow either you're going to be logging as a another user or not.
Sure.
Okay,
Okay.
and so and there are many secondary licenses in Salesforce which we rarely use, like charter. So we have seen. So we have seen many profiles here: finance team, identity user, work.com only, etc. So different licenses will be having. And
Mm-hmm.
this is a interview questionnaire. What are the differences between Salesforce and Salesforce platform licenses? So here we are using these two licenses, right?
Yeah.
So what is the difference between these two licenses they are asking? It's a Salesforce license and this one is Salesforce platform. So Pranjali, you may know this reason because you already done certification, right? This will be asking in certifications as well. Okay, let me give the answer. Salesforce license will be working on only standard objects. Sorry, Salesforce will be working on only stand objects and custom objects as well. Salesforce platform will be working on only standard objects. Got it?
Mm-hmm. Opportunity code. Yeah.
So now this particular user, give me a minute. So this particular user, Vijaya has Salesforce license. So she can able to log in custom object and she can able to having the access of custom object and standard object. Both she'll be having. But coming to this user, Pranangana, one minute, where she is, this user, we gave a Salesforce platform. So that means this particular user, whenever she logged in, she'll be having access to work on only standard objects. Got it?
Okay.
So now you may get one doubt.
So, but Salesforce platform is actually for custom object, right? I'm not
Not
sure.
like that.
I'm
We
trying to.
can create custom objects also.
Yeah.
So here only we are discussing security modules. So here we can restrict the people where they have to work, where they have not to work. Got it? So being as administrator, in case if I want to give this particular user to working on only in standard objects, I can go with this license for this user.
Plus,
Okay.
okay.
So in case if my manager asks me to give the access to this user to working on custom objects, then what I have to do? I'll change their profile.
You have to put the
I'll
Salesforce.
change
Yeah.
their profile. That's it. So
Yeah.
these all these things we can discuss how to create profile and all. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Done. Any doubts as of now for the day?
Not really. First, we'll practice and then maybe Saturday we'll
Okay.
come up with the
So
more
in our
doubts.
free arc, this is for your information. For free arc, in a developer edition, we'll be having only two Salesforce licenses, three Salesforce platform. So while you are creating
Okay.
user, if you give more than two people for Salesforce license, it won't allow you. So don't get bothered about it. why it is not coming means it will be allows only for two Salesforce licenses. Okay, so
Okay.
try to create five usernames with two Salesforce licenses and three Salesforce platform licenses.
Okay.
Okay, hope compare with the previous sessions, this session will be getting bored, but
Not bored, but it's
it's
really
important actually.
useful. Yeah.
Okay, but by using all these things, we need to work on in future topics. If you know all these things, then only you can understand in future topics. So that is the reason I took some
Yes.
time this day.
Yeah.
Okay, so hope you understand everything today's class. I'll do the content through mail. So please check through your mails after completion of this call. Within 1 hour, I'll send it to you and try to practice
Okay.
it.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, and tomorrow, and please show me either you are going to be able to log in as another user or not. This will be your homework for today.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all for today.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you.